Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Mumbai for today's daily challenge, which will see us dealing with all destinations being circles, getting no bridges at all. We do start with a motorway, and it's the return of train stations. We have to deal with train stations once again. Mumbai is one of the crossover maps with Mini Motorways. Well, Mini Motorways and Mini Metro, that's what I meant to say. So we will deal with train stations. There are trains in our Mini Motorways now. Everything is topsy-turvy, up and down. The train stations, thankfully, are not circles. They're just train stations. Oh God. Oh God, they're eventually going to innovate circular train stations. That's going to be awful. But we'll deal with that when it comes, and I'm sure it will be fine. The good folks at Dinosaur Polo Club wouldn't steer us wrong, now would they? Would they? It'll be fine. This is all fine. Speaking of fine, Shotgun Splicer is here. Good morning, Shotgun Splicer. Leah Fireheart is here. Westman 0071. Everybody say hi to Westman in the chat. And Sunflare Space was here first. Good morning, Sunny. Hope you're doing well as well. There are houses, there are squares, well, there are train stations, and there are circles. I think all the regular businesses, all the regular businesses are gonna be circles. So we're not gonna get any square businesses. These are all gonna be circles. But our train stations here, these are neat little rectangle guys. Is it a mix of Mini Metro and Mini Motorways? I mean, kinda, yeah. Hey, you know what? If we come over here, you can get to the train station without having to cross the train tracks, which just sounds, well, it kind of sounds like cheating, but it also sounds fucking amazing. So let's do that. This is not just for today's challenge. This is, it's one of the things that happened with the Miniversary update. Came out a few weeks ago now. Basically, there are a few maps in Mini Metro and Mini Motorways that are crossover maps. There are maps in Mini Motorways that have been ported over, well, not ported over, but it's the same city, the same location, the same general layout as from Mini Metro, but you're playing Mini Motorways with it, which means you've got to deliver cars, but also, you know, there are trains now. Deal with that, buddy. Here, let's take 30 road tiles. Road tiles are very good and helpful. All right, let's see here. Did I see the trailer for the game Row? I did not. Did not see the trailer for the game Row. I am not interested in the trailer for the game Wade. Ah ha ha, it's American Supreme Court humor. Anyway. We gotta get reds over here to this, which means, unfortunately, Railroads Online. No, I did not see that. You come over to here. You two are gonna come down here and service this circle. That'll be just completely and totally fine. This red up this way will run like so. We'll get you and you to service that. Two of you take care of that. You are now a dark blue, which is not great. You can see that the railroad track is kind of a defining obstacle in your city, so have fun dealing with that, friend. This guy being dark blue is frustrating, but hey, could be worse. Speaking of things that could be worse, this light blue right here could be better. All right, you know what? I think we have the capacity to 1B, 1R this, actually. I think the four of you are going to come over here and do that. And then I think that the three of you are going to awkward angle your way into here. So you four come down over here. You, now four, come down over to here. Hooray! And we've got an extra bonus light blue up here, not presently doing anything, but hey, if we need more light blues, we know where they live. we can find them if we need them. Speaking of things we can find if we need, I definitely don't have enough road to pave this island. That would be ambitious if I wanted to pave that entire island. So when and if we need things to get there or from there, we've got a motorway. We've also got 30 more road tiles because I keep using road. How about that? Oh my god, this song has lyrics? Who let me add a song with lyrics to my Good Morning Mini Motorways playlist? That's completely and totally unacceptable, unless it's fine. Let's try it out and see if it's fine. It's probably not fine. The cars absolutely stopped to let the train pass, Westman. If they didn't, they'd get smushed by a train. It would be bad. So yeah, the train is an ever-present obstacle. You just have to kind of deal with it. And if you notice, even when there's no train, the railroad tracks create a slowdown, right? So even when there's no train here, the cars don't necessarily stop, but they do slow down. It's completely fine. It's all 120% fine. Listen, son, I like trains too. Trains are neat. Trains should be a bigger part of our daily lives. Unfortunately, capitalism and roads exist. Also, country big and government lazy and capitalism. I just said that, but again. Anyway, the hell are we gonna get yellows over to here? I mean, the obvious answer is a motorway. And that's quite possibly the one we're gonna go with. Alright, we just got another motorway. Yeah, we're gonna motorway. That is the clear and obvious answer here. And I think we're actually gonna motorway this way just to keep these yellows tucked away down here. You know what? Actually, do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna have these yellows. I could have them all congregate here, but actually that's just as fine, isn't it? There's no reason not to do that. I was worried about the railroad track, but we're not crossing it, so it's basically okay. We're gonna send the northern spur of motorway number 1 up here, and that's gonna create issues and problems for this red right here, but you know what? It's fine. It's totally fine. You're going into a double circle plaza anyway. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Speaking of things that are fine, or maybe not things that are fine, but things that have been on my mind lately. I've been watching writer Kath play Final Fantasy XII, and if you haven't been following writer Kath, you should follow writer Kath. She's an excellent person, wonderful streamer, raising money for Extra Life, and incidentally, if you want to change my name to something doofy on Twitter, which will get my account suspended until I fix it, because that happens every time now. That's super terrific and great. A single $5 donation to Extra Life can change my name to something doofy on Twitter, because why not? That's fun. Let's do that. Also, as I was saying, I've been watching Kath play Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age, which is an excellent video game. But you already knew that. This dark blue over here is a problem. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna solve it with, well, I need a motorway. Like, I need to use a motorway because we're never gonna get bridges. I just remembered that. So what we do with this kind of depends on, fuck. All right. We got a roundabout here. We need a motorway for these dark blues. So, let's do something awkward saucy. Okay. You 3. Yeah, you, and you. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. You're still gonna go off that way. You three are going to come in before the railroad track, right? That's nope, that's exactly where the railroad track is, so I can't really do that. All right, you're going to come up here. You're going to traffic light there. Then you're going to come over here and you're going to traffic light here. All right? That means that you 8 working together will keep both of these light blues in business. Meanwhile, you 4 will dark blue motorway number 2 yourselves over to here and service these interests. Is that any better than just running a weird roundabout down here? I don't necessarily think so, actually. You know what? Let's do this and this. I just got a dumb idea. I just got a dumb and bad idea, and I'm going to run with it. Because, damn it, I like me some dumb and bad ideas. Here's my dumb and bad idea. Here's my dumb and bad idea. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Oh, Sonny, don't remind me of the fact that my roundabout plans always go terribly. This one's going to go well. You'll see. I'll show you. You'll see. Here. We're going to do this. You are going to go off that way. You are going to approach this from there. You're going to approach from there. You are... Well, this is all very bad. You swing around that way. You swing down here-ishly. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Okay, you can't have your driveway on a railroad track. That just makes sense. Okay, so these 5 yellows, these 3 blues, and these 5 other blues are all going to converge here in a roundabout. Some of the blues are going to go up that way. Some of the blues and all of the yellows are going to go up this way. This is going to net me a motorway because I'm not going to motorway these yellows anymore. This roundabout, definitely not going to kill everything, even though it has 3 circles worth of traffic passing through it at all times. Somehow this roundabout is not going to kill everything. Okay? It is indeed the sacred duty of the moderator to gently bully the Twitch streamer. That is a factual statement. That is how the culture works. It's fine. It's fine. It's completely fine. Listen, I hope these people got discounts on their housing for the fact that they're directly adjacent to a fucking railroad track. I hope this guy who lives in the backyard of the train depot, I hope he has the lowest mortgage. I hope he paid for his house in cash with pocket lint. Okay? That guy has kind of a shitty setup, but it's okay for him. All right. You, red, need to point north. You, blue, need to point east. You're fine. You're fine. As I was saying, I've been watching Ryder Kath play Final Fantasy XII, and shock of shocks, it's making me want to play Final Fantasy XII. There's so many games I haven't played that I kind of want to play or feel like I should want to play. There are games I don't even have that I want to play. Hi, Baldur's Gate 3. You're like the it game on the internet right now for very obvious reasons. You're a very good and fun video game, to be sure. Hi, Final Fantasy XIV, which I played substantially for the first time in like a couple of months last night, and also a game I basically pay for every single year. Might as well like actually play Final Fantasy XIV. I just tried to draw a bridge here. By the way, there's no bridge there. You can't have a bridge there. Bridges, you don't get bridges in this run. So we're gonna just redraw motorway number 1 for these 4 yellows to get over to here. Baldur's Gate 3 looks like a lot of fun. People seem to be greatly enjoying Baldur's Gate 3. That is my expert analysis of Baldur's Gate 3. Also, from what I've seen, like I've seen a lot of discourse around Baldur's Gate 3, and a lot of it deals with the mechanics of Dungeons and Dragons, which I suppose makes sense, given that Baldur's Gate is in fact Dungeons and Dragons : the video game. But I've seen a lot of people, kind of half snarkily saying, gee, if you take D&D and make it more like a video game, people like it a lot. Gee, wasn't that the main criticism of 4th edition, which I fucking loved, you bastards? I've seen a lot of people saying that. They've been saying it in nicer terms than that because the people saying that are nicer than me, but that's basically what the people are saying. I've also seen people saying that, gee, all of these structural issues people seem to be pointing out with Baldur's Gate are in fact just structural issues with Dungeons and Dragons. Play another tabletop RPG, people! Rah! I've seen people saying that, again, in nicer terms than I, but they're nicer people than I, so that makes sense. Let's take another roundabout, put this light blue guy over here. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like, this is a fun-looking video game, but it's a PC game. I don't necessarily want to commit to another PC game, and also, I don't know if I can run it at its best settings and or stream it, and maybe, if I wait a month, it'll come out on the PS5, because if I wait a month, it will come out on the PS5. But will it be as good on the PS5 because it's designed to be top-down? Leah Fireheart has the same issue with Baldur's Gate. She would rather just play D&D or something else tabletop-y. And I mean, hey, that's totally valid and fair. You get over here, light blue guy. I am not a learned person who is actually making criticisms. I'm a dude who follows people on Twitter and also Blue Sky. A lot of the people I follow on Blue Sky are people I follow on Twitter, and a lot of the stuff I see on Blue Sky is stuff I also saw on Twitter. But a lot of the stuff I see on Blue Sky isn't fucking... Hold on. A lot of the stuff I see on Blue Sky isn't ads for colloidal silver and boner pills and fascism. So, that's nice. Let's take a roundabout because I have a problem. Well, we don't need to take the roundabout because I have a problem, but I do incidentally have a problem. Question. Why does this road exist? This road had previously existed to ferry this guy over to this business, but as we can presently see, not necessary. So that little piece of road didn't need to exist. Now we have a problem in that if we do that, that probably shouldn't murder everything. Good morning, Jer! Holy crap, it's been a minute since we saw Jer. Hope you're doing well. These three yellows are going to come into this roundabout and they're going to supplement this business, make it be less dead. This red train station over here is kind of mad about stuff, which I understand. I get that. It is intuitively logical to me why you would be mad about stuff. Here, come down into the roundabout, yellow friend. You're completely and totally welcome here. You, dark blue guy, can come up here and further support this circle business, which is not dying. Definitely not dying. Why would you even suggest such a thing? Oh, Sonny, in and when I can commit the time to it, which is a dicey proposition, I'm not necessarily opposed to playing D&D. I like Dungeons and Dragons. It's a fun and mostly good video game, role-playing game, tabletop game. You know what I mean. The 6 of these yellow guys. Well, we've got this yellow business over here now, which exists. So it's a problem. It's not great. And we've got greens. Oh, problems. Oh, bads. Oh, problem and bad. Okay. Well, this yellow business now is going to be supported exclusively by these guys. That's fine. That's going to make this roundabout less of a problem, actually. These foopy-doos right here, the 3 of you and the 4 of you down there, I mean, that's also kind of a problem. Also, this guy over here is a major problem. This train station is mad about stuff. These reds have nothing to do. We need like 6 more motorways to deal with all of this. And we don't have 6 more. We didn't get any more motorways. Oh, friends. Oh, this is bad. This is the part where it all falls apart. Okay. All right. Listen. We need to make some bad choices. I think the time has come to make some bad, unfortunate choices. All right. You, and you. The whole lot of you are going to come down here, and you're going to join with you, and you, and you on the newly designed motorway number 3. The newly designed motorway number 3 is going to spawn right there and connect these two businesses. Okay? We're just going to do that. Motorway number 3 is going to be good for the light blues and these yellows. It's going to unite these two. That is going to free up motorway number 1 to save this green circle. This green circle guy, for this very moment, is duded over that away. And that's just totally cool and fine. Now, oh, this is so bad. This is so bad, y'all. All right. What if we... Well, you can join that nonsense because you're gonna need to join the nonsense. Absolutely gonna need to join the nonsense. All right. You herc yourself up that way. Support that circle. That's gonna be totally fine. You, red friend... Listen, you and you are just gonna make this happen, okay? Go in there, support that guy, have the time of your lives, would you? Thanks. Next, I still need to get... All right, we're gonna chop this because we can. We're gonna chop that because we have to. And the 4 of you 4 are my best friends. You are gonna cross the... No, are you gonna cross the train tracks twice? That seems like a terrible idea. I cannot put roundabouts anywhere touching a fucking train track. Fuck problem. Okay. Yep. Get me my boner pills. I have a fuck problem. Get me my boner pills. Title of the episode. That's unfortunate. All right, let's see here. Boy, you need... Well, you can't go up and over. You've got to come down. You've got to come down at some point. Well, actually, I mean shit. If you're coming this way anyway... I can't believe this is the plan we're going with, but damn it, this is the plan with which we're going for now. We need more roundabouts, but no, we need more motorways is what we need, but we don't have them, so we'll deal with it. You get up that way. You come down here, over to here. Good Lord. Good Lord. Look at this ridiculous road. Look at this absurd road. What is this road? What is this nonsense? What are we doing here? Okay, listen, all of you greens are fine. I'm fine with every last one of you. You're all okay. This yellow circle is just so completely fucked. It is so amazingly doomed. As soon as we get another motorway, the very instant that we get another motorway, I can sever this connection here. Oh, by the way, these reds desperately need to get into this train station. That is a thing that has to happen, like, with the nowity. Come on now. We have to get you into here. Get over there, save this red guy. These trains, I've never had train stations falling apart be the reason that my city dies, but this train station falling apart is threatening to become the reason that my city dies. Okay. It's okay. Oh, light blues are mad. This light blue guy's mad. Why is this light blue guy mad? Hold on. Question sauce. Why is... Uh-oh. These light blues here are trying to service this light blue business and everything's falling apart because of it. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's ungood. I'm not a fan of that. Here, hook in that away. That'll save everything, sort of. It won't actually save everything. That might actually save some things. Here, give me another motorway. Okay. Now that I am in possession of another motorway, I have the beautiful ability to save one or more of the things that are dying. So, let's do that. I think we should do that. Should absolutely do that. Here, let's reduce everybody's pain regarding this particular fuckery. You come down here. All of this, like this, and we're going to surgically extract this terrible road. Boop. If I'm surgically extracting this terrible road, what I just did there is the equivalent of nicking a vein. But then I fixed it, so it's not a problem anymore. You come over to here. You, incidentally, motorway number 1 yourself up this way. You have, like, I've doubled your green guys. You're welcome. Also, I just took away the motorway, so it's going to be fine for a second. Here. You, and you come out this way. This to this. Just as soon as I get that motorway back, I can't even fathom you for a moment. Hold on. No, you're not a thing. You're not a guy. You're not real. I don't believe in you. Why are you there? Hey, you remember 8 seconds ago when I was all happy about the doubling of green guys? Well, now there's the doubling of green responsibility. Deal with it, bucko. Could I scoot the roundabout over and disconnect this train station? Well, you see, the problem is the roundabout exists because this guy needs to get here, which isn't... I can do that via other means, actually. We can roundabout like here. You can come in like that. You can go down like that. Hold on. The roundabout only existed because of yellow guys in this red house. The roundabout doesn't need to exist. Boop and boop. And now we boop and boop. And, well, actually, the problem is still the connection of, you know what? Fuck you. Get away. You, get gone. I don't like you. I want you to be somewhere else. Actually, I want you to be nowhere. I want you to not touch anything. Okay. How are we doing on time? It is 7:30. That's fine. I have a mildly hard out because I actually have a job assignment today. It's been like a week since I've had to actually work. You ever, like, do your job every single day for months on end? And it's not like a grind or anything. It's not like you're grinding for your employment. It's just, oh, you're doing your job every day. And then you don't for like a week or two. You go on vacation or you just have a different assignment or you fall in a coma or something. But a week and a half goes by and then you realize, oh, fuck, I don't remember how to do fucking anything. And it's not because you're bad or incompetent or anything. It's just because everything was routine and then you got out of your routine, so you have to actually think about it again. I'm basically that. And typically what happens in that situation is in like 45 seconds, you're fine. The instant you sit down and start doing it, you're like, oh, right, I remember how to do this. I'm smart and good. I have rodent brain. And you figure shit out and you're totally fine. Speaking of totally fine, these green guys over here are not. They are, in fact, dying. So, you know, it's bad. These light blues, bad. This situation here, not good. Untenable. Gonna die. Here, give me... Yeah, and it's the same with, like, video games or something. You haven't picked up a video game in 3 weeks, and it's like, what do I do? What buttons do I press here? Hold on, I don't know what I'm doing. You sound like an old-timey prospector, except with the being bad at video games. Situation. This yellow guy. kind of fucked. What do we do about that? I don't know. Here, we add more yellow guy. We take a yellow guy away from here and add a yellow guy over to there. Good Lord, Sonny, I have not played Terraria in a decade. A literal, actual decade has passed since the last time I played Terraria. I enjoyed Terraria. It's a good and fun game. I just haven't touched it in 10 years or more. This yellow is bad. This yellow has spawned here, which is good and helpful. It's contributing. It's beneficial. This motorway. Listen, if we had more land out to the east, maybe we could do something, but we don't, so we can't. And I'm definitely not gonna just like touch shit. That's not a thing that's gonna happen. Here, you go that way. You come off that way. Yeah. Accidentally blowing up your friend's house is a key component of your first experience with Terraria or Minecraft or those games that are like Terraria and Minecraft. Let's see here. You guys, Circles, are you okay? Can you be friendly now? Stop being murder sauced, please. I'd like it a lot if you would stop being murder sauced, please. You know, it occurs to me... Nora, get out of the couch. Don't dig at that. It occurs to me that these light blue guys right here are presently not doing anything. So if we do that, they'll get into here. That'll have the problem... Well, that'll allow these guys to help with these two dying blue businesses. The problem there will be that these yellows will want to help out up here. But, you know, I think that's just going to have to be fine. Also, I think you're just going to have to go that way. Oh, this light blue train station's mad. What do I do about that? Is the answer not care? I don't think the answer's not care. The answer, I should care. Here, come down this way. Everything is mad and dying now, actually. Okay, you reds are mad. Okay, here's a motorway. We have a motorway. We can save one and exactly one thing. What is the one and exactly one thing that we are going to save? We are... Oh boy. Everything is fucked. There's nothing that I can save with a single motorway. Here, let me do the most easy and obvious thing, which is that. No, it's that. Great. Everything else is still dying, though. Like, this light blue is the reason we... Yup. All right. 2,395 commuters. We take that. We're okay with that. 2,395 feels like a pretty good score. Lasted 91 days. Hey, we're top 3% in the world. We beat Ghost. We beat Samurai Sam. Drop those GGs in the chat, folks. We've been dropping those a lot lately. Very happy with that. Don't meow at me just because I won't let you dig in the couch. There's no toy there. Freaking cat. All right, let us bring in our bestest friend, Wordle. Dude, you need a new emote for when you slam Sam. But the GGs. It's a good emote. It's such a good emote. Sunflower Space has redeemed a treat for Nora. You want to see a treat for the kitty cat Nora? Even though she's... Hey, stop scratching at my couch. Come here. Come to me. Come this way, you little orange fluff. Yes. No, you don't get to meow at me from over there. Well, you do, but you're not going to get a treat that way. Here. Let me close the treat. Hi. Come here. Come. Jump up. Jump up for it. Yay. There's a kitty cat. Here. You know what? It's over there. I threw it off that way. Go that way. Don't eat the couch. Friggin' cat. Oh, let's see here. There's an E in the word. That's good. It could be Schlope. Schlope is a 6-letter word, but you take out the H and it makes a word. It's not slope. We have learned very little. Okay. Well, let's see here. It could be bendy. Could absolutely be bendy. Given that yesterday's Wordle was snaky, maybe snakies are described as bendy. Is that possible? Hey, question, how long is this fucking cover? It's a fucking 5-minute song. Okay, this is a good cover. I don't necessarily know if we needed 5 minutes of jazz cover of the battle theme from Final Fantasy VII. We're seeing. Recently, Westman 0071 was playing a spy game with a friend. You were a woman, he was a man. You had a moment when you needed to open a door. He was kicking like hell for 30 minutes. You came and unlocked it. Oh, it's a thing that happens. Yep, I believe it. All right, we got a little bit of information. No, it cannot be under. It could be. No, it can't be undo. But something. No. No, it can't be. It can't be that now because we've got the N and the D in the wrong situation. So X, N, D, E. Is there anything that fits this? Oh, index. It could absolutely be index. Index fits this. Hey, listen. I was just doing the thing where you put in X's and you look at the word and you try to fit them, and it's like, oh, one of those X's is an actual fucking X. How about that? Let's take a look at yesterday's immaculate grid, because why not? We'll embarrass ourselves this way. Let's see. A person who played for the Rays, the Yankees, the Guardians, and the Nationals. Remember Pedro? Well, Pedro played for the Nationals, or rather the Expos, and he did not have 200 hits in a season, though. So that's a shame. All right. I want to bang Pedro command. Listen, a lot of women in Boston in the 1990s and early 2000s said, and I quote, "I want to bang Pedro." But we're going to move on. A person who played for the Nationals and the Yankees is Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson, big, tall, left-handed dude, kind of tubby. Yeah, that guy. I bet Samurai Sam was afraid that I was saying Nick Swisher and getting his name wrong. Nick Swisher actually counts for this one. So there, we're going to say Nick Swisher was a Yankee and Guardian. Oh, God. Oh, that smile. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. You're probably very proud of that. Let's see here. A New York Yankee who had 30 steals in a season. I don't think Jacoby Ellsbury even had one good full 30 steal season when he was with the Yankees. So we're gonna have to think about this for a second. Was Derek Jeter fast enough to have a 30 steal season? Probably not. Was Joe DiMaggio runny enough to have a 30 steal season? Maybe. Mickey Mantle ever steal 30 in a season? Conceivable. I can't think of many guys who were just like pure speedsters who played for the Yankees. Ricky Henderson played for the Yankees, but by the time Ricky Henderson played for the Yankees, he was old. There's an obvious one. There's an obvious one. Aaron Judge isn't that fast. Giancarlo Stanton isn't. Ricky Henderson played for the Yankees in the 80s, dude. Oh. Well then, it's probably Ricky Henderson. That probably does make more sense then. He played in the... Yeah, okay, fine. I think of Ricky Henderson as being like an A's guy mostly, and then in like the mid-late 90s and early 2000s, he just started bouncing around and somehow played for 12 teams. I'm apparently wrong about stuff. Like, my conception of reality is incorrect. But that was my thinking. All right, let's see here. A Clevelander who played for the Rays, Scott Kazmir fits this, doesn't he? Scott Kazmir was a Guardian. I know he wasn't, like, the famous thing about Scott Kazmir is that he was this super top prospect who the Mets traded to the Rays for Victor Zambrano, who was a mediocre starting pitcher who possibly wasn't as good as Scott Kazmir at the time of the trade. And then Scott Kazmir had a couple years of being an ace, and then he exploded, and then he came back, and then he retired, because by the time he came back, he was old. But, I think Scott Kazmir was also a Guardian. I'm going to regret this if I'm wrong about it, because it's a deep cut, but I think I'm right. I was totally right about stuff! Hooray! I like being right about stuff. Oh. Hey, I was right about stuff. Listen, I'm basically just a pulled toy. You know, I have a string coming out of my spine, you yank it, and I repeat one of my 150 or so catchphrases. That's fine. This is all fine. It's not what you want, but it's fine. Oh, God. All right. Actually, oh, God, all right, is another Googism, isn't it? God damn it. A Ray who played for the Explardians is not Bobson Dugnut. It does not fit the category, unfortunately. Let's see here. I don't think Andre Dawson played with the Rays at the end of his career. Gary Sheffield was a Ray, but he was never an Expo or a Guardian. Vladimir Guerrero was an Expo, but not a Ray. Manny Ramirez was a Ray, but not an Expo nor a National. Steve Portugal was not either of those. Neither was Dwight Rorchigel. Oh, God. All right, we'll come back to this one. A Tampa Bay Ray who had a 30 steal season is Carl Crawford. I'm going to say that this is over 50% because even though the Rays have had plenty of fast guys, nobody ever fucking remembers anyone who ever plays for the Rays. It's kind of their business model. Fuck the Rays. Shotgun Splicer says, odd question. When you need a player with X stat, does it have to have happened when they were on that team or just on that team at one point and got the stat somewhere else? It depends on the stat. Okay? For things like a 30 steal season or a 200 hit season, I think the season stats, you need to have been with that team. So like Ricky Henderson had a 30 steal season when he was with the Yankees. Carl Crawford had a 30 steal season when he was with the Rays. Ichiro had a 30 steal season in which he hit 200 hits, right? But for a career stat, then you don't need it. Like if it says 300 home runs or something, you don't need to have hit 300 home runs with that team. You just need to have played for that team and had that in your career. Let's see here. A Washington Nash Montreal Expo Guardian guy. Why am I saying Guardians for the Expos? Very confused. A Washington Expo who had 200 hits in a season is probably Vladimir Guerrero, actually. Although he might have, well, he wasn't really a walk guy. It is probably actually Vladimir Guerrero. So, Sam is most likely screaming at his computer, but hey, I was right about stuff. Holy shit, 82% people. Listen, we're not going for obscure. We're going for get it right. And if we can also pull obscurity, great. It's just amazing. A Guardian who had 200 hits in a season is Kenny Lofton. Kenny Lofton should be in the Hall of Fame. I was right about both of those things. Now then, this should be easy. The problem is that the Rays fucking suck. Like, historically, always and forever. The Rays fucking suck. fuck the Rays. But also, the Nationals and Expos, for the vast majority of their combined existences, fucking suck. These are two teams that fucking suck. And the problem with teams that fucking suck is that they don't trade players with each other very often. Let's see, Bartolo Colon was an Expo, but not a Ray. Cliff Lee was an Expo, but not a Ray. Will Cordero was an Expo, but not a Ray. Incidentally, fuck Will Cordero. Incidentally, fuck Wander Franco. Wander Franco was a Ray, but not a national. And I did say past tense, and I won't correct myself. That man is never playing baseball again. Fuck that man. Let's see here. Tanyan Sturts might actually fit the category. Did Tanyan Sturts play for the Nationals? Why do I think Tanyan Sturts played for the Nationals? I kind of can't believe that I'm actually thinking of using Tanyan fucking Sturts in the immaculate fucking grid. No, I'm not confident that Tanyan Sturts played for the Nationals. If a player was a Guardian but got a 30 steal season on the Dodgers, it wouldn't count. Correct. So like Carl Crawford, he had 30 steals in the season for the Rays, but if this was a Dodgers square, he wouldn't fit this because he never got that for the Dodgers. I assume. It's a hypothetical. He certainly never got it for the Red Sox. Let's see here. This should not be hard. There are so many fucking terrible Tampa Bay Rays, though. Kevin Kiermaier doesn't fit. He plays for the other team in Canada. Max Scherzer was a National but not a Ray. Bryce Harper was a National but not a Ray. Anthony Rendon was a National but not a Ray. Ryan Zimmerman was a National but not a Ray. Wilson Ramos was a National but not a Ray. Robbie Ray was a Mariner and a Blue Jay, but neither a National nor a Ray. Fuck. Pedro Martinez was an Expo, but not a Ray. Ramon Martinez was an Expo, I think, but definitely not a Ray. Oh, God. This is annoying. I'm mad at myself. Fuck. Oh. Steven Strasburg has only been a National for his whole career. I already used Nick Johnson. I thought of a dude on the 08 Rays who fits. Ben Zobrist was on the 2008 Rays. Has he ever been a National? I don't think so. I think he played for the Rays, and then he played for the Cubs, and then he retired. Shit. Who else was on the 2008 Rays? Braden Looper. Braden Looper was not on the 2008 Rays, but he was on the Rays at some point. I don't think he was on the National Expos. So he doesn't fit. Fuck. Fuck. Let's see. All right, 2008 Rays. David Price was on the 2008 Rays. He was never a National. Matt Moore was on the 2008 Rays. Or some Rays. I don't think he was ever a National. James Shields was on the 2008 Rays. I don't think he was ever a National. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker. God damn it. I'm so bad at game. Mark Hendrickson was a Ray, but I don't think he was an Expo. Tyler Glasnow was a Ray, but never an Expo. That fucking Blake Snell was a Ray, but never an Expo. or a national. Patrick Corbin was a national, but never a Ray. Ian Desmond, I think, was a national, but never a Ray. Brad Miller was a Ray. There's probably more than 5 answers. If there's only 5, I'm going to be very mad. No, I'm not going to hit a give up button. If I give up, I'm just going to say, fuck it. Tanyan Sturts is my give up button. Tanyan Sturts totally fits. I was wrong about stuff. Motherfucker! Who the fuck? Show me! Show me! Nelson Cruz. Okay, fine. Alright, fine. I don't believe you. 57 players have played for the Tampa Bay Rays and the Washington Nationals. How many of these dudes have I ever fucking heard of? Marlon Anderson, Jeff Blum. I've heard of Jeff Blum. Okay, Asdrubal Cabrera is actually a notable player who I would not have guessed played for the Rays. Vinny Castilla counts for both of these teams? Wowzers. David DeJesus? I didn't know David DeJesus played 3 years for the fucking Rays. Oh, Fernando Rodney. Okay, that makes sense. Elijah Dukes was a Ray. Oh, I guess he was a Ray, wasn't he? And then they traded him to the Nationals, and then he flamed the fuck out. None of these guys are any fucking... Well, Johnny Gomes was on the Red Sox, but I didn't remember that he was on the Nationals. Fuck that. John Halama. Oh, my God. John Halama from the terrible mid-2000s Red Sox. Edwin Jackson. Guy who's been on 8,000 teams would have fit for this. Okay, fine. Rafael Soriano legitimately might have thought of him. I did not remember that Denard Span was on the Rays. Johnny Venters counts for this. He pledged 2 games for both teams. Oh, God. All right, listen. The Immaculate Grid is great for remembering some guys and also for being reminded of some guys you didn't remember in the moment, like a dumbass. Speaking of which, this is going to be quick, I promise. Twitter.com/the__Goog. Hey, by the way, I'm still doing Pro Wrestling Immaculate Grids, one of these every day. Let's go through yesterday's just because I can. Dude who had a pay-per-view match against Kenny Omega and is also Japanese is Kazuchika Okada. Pay-per-view match against Kenny Omega and The Rock is Chris Jericho. Pay-per-view match against Kenny Omega and was in NXT is, I don't know, Pac. There you go. The mid-2000s Red Sox didn't trade their franchise players and mostly made the playoffs. That's true. That's true. I would rather be a fan of the 2006 Red Sox than the 2023 Red Sox. So there's that. A dude who wrestled in the 2000s and is Japanese is like 8,000 dudes. Let's say Tajiri. A dude who wrestled in the 2000s and had a pay-per-view match against The Rock is like 94,000 dudes. Let's say Kurt Angle. The full name of the Nationals is the Washington Nationals. They play in Washington, D.C. They used to play in Montreal and were known as the Montreal Expos, which is why we call them the National Expos. We don't actually do that. I did that like one time to be funny. A dude who wrestled in the 2000s and was in NXT is like 85 quadrillion dudes. Let's say Bryan Danielson. A dude who was in Impact Wrestling and is also Japanese is Shinsuke Nakamura. A dude who was in Impact Wrestling and had a pay-per-view match against The Rock is, I think I said Kurt Angle for this one. Let's say The Undertaker for this one and Kurt Angle for this one. And a dude who was in Impact Wrestling and NXT is Eric Young. 25,000 dudes for the Pro Wrestling Immaculate Grid at twitter.com/the__Goog. I'll port it over to Blue Sky when I feel like it. People who follow me on Blue Sky, do you want a Wrestling Immaculate Grid? Probably not. Blue Sky is probably too small and insular for that kind of bullshit. Nah, it'll be fine. Anyway, I will be back later tonight with Final Fantasy VI. For those on YouTube, we've got more AEW Fight Forever coming later today. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye.